Alright, we're getting ready. Alrighty. Hey folks, how you doing tonight? It is Thursday evening, January 12th already. We're already heading towards the halfway point of the month already, first month of the year. Normally I wouldn't say happy Thursday at work because I usually find that as a cry for help, but I'm not at work anymore. I'm here. So, happy Thursday. And I want to give a shout out to my new followers, just the last couple of days, as a matter of fact. BBC Kaban, thank you for following. Gisiag, thank you for following. Straxmeister5, thank you for following, appreciate that. I guess that's Quinjo, thank you for following. Glang Diang, thanks for following, appreciate it. Just Groovy12, I thank you for following as well. My goodness, that was rather unexpected. I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hope you like what you see. For today, we will continue on with the quest that we have called Crystalis. And just to kind of give you a quick refresher, since we haven't played it in a couple of days, or in a couple of streams, I should say. Crystalis is an action role-playing game by the folks of SNK. They're mostly known for being the Neo Geo makers, if you will. So we're going to have a bit of fun with that one. We've gotten pretty far into the game so far. We have found all 4 swords that we need to continue with this quest, but we don't have the final bracelet. And plus, there's a few other things that we need to get going. Now, while we were away, I did a little bit of building up. I've maxed out my levels, as a matter of fact. Level 16 is the maximum level you can obtain in this particular game. And, wow. Apparently there's a bunch of items that I need to find too. And unfortunately, one of the better shops that I could find, well, it went away because the town got destroyed. Won't that beat all? Greetings and salutations indeed. Hello, London Lass. Good evening. Nice to see you drop in. Alright, so without further ado... Oh, by the way, since I have all these new followers as well, let me just give you a brief introduction of myself. I am Superpack. I'm a first-generation gamer. Go back into the 1970s as far as when I got started. Pretty much been a game collector throughout my entire life, which is a few decades here. Here for your support. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I've been gaming for over 46 years. Wow. Like I said, game collector, a little bit of a historian. I used to actually work in the business in a couple of different ways. And I still have family who actually is in the business to this day. It's an interesting yet expensive hobby, collecting video games. I dare say I probably have over 1,000 titles sitting somewhere and everywhere and anywhere as a result. In fact, what you see there on the screen there, that's my first Pac-Man cabinet that I converted. And those boxes that all around it, in fact, it goes all over the place as well because it extends far beyond what you see there in that little square. Well, that's the stuff that I've had over the years. So, all right, let's go ahead and kill the arcade, and let's go ahead and bring up the game. The REV. That is the marvelous game of Crystalis. And let's go ahead and get things started. Get my handy-dandy controller out. And let's go ahead and hear the dog bark in the background. Bing. Oh my goodness. You always land so hard. Okay, so where I'm at right now, I'm in the town of Goa. And let's see, what have I got thus far? Well, I have the final sword, which is the Sword of Thunder, plus this crystal ball, the Ball of Thunder. Subsequently, over to its right, rather, I have the Blizzards, the Flame, and the Tornado Bracelets, excuse me, along with their corresponding swords. Pretty good armor right now, Soldier Suit, and I have a Sacred Shield, I have a Battle Shield, and a Mirrored Shield, and they kind of have offered different protections. Various items, stuff to restore my magic, stuff to really restore my magic, to turn me back into a human being, to get me the heck out of there if I need to, if I don't have any magic left, and that will keep me alive as long as I have it activated. And of course, other goodies to help me along the way, and my various magics. I have one left. One left to obtain. Like I said, I'm at level 16 now, so there's no more experience points. But I do probably will need some money, because I know that further along, things will get pretty expensive, especially necessary items. So, yep. Oh, no, that looked fun. The barrier helps me getting hit from this. If I hit the right button, it probably would be better, yes. I meant to do that. Man. I've already been through a bit of here. Right now, the object is to try not to get this crap beat out of me as I go to my next major battle. Now, I've powered up my sword, so as soon as I hit release, it'll shoot out a rather large display of, I got poison. Good for me. I better take care of that. See, it's working like a charm. I've already beaten the bad guy here. Go away. In fact, I might be dumb enough to do this. This is my last save point for quite some time. Here we go. That's what I was waiting for. Yep. It's them. I'm just having a great old time here. Like I said, to keep from getting beat up. It's just not easy in this game, I have to admit. They really like to throw crap at you. Yeah, move this way. And ultimately we're trying to reach the top. I want to stay there, this one, so... Oh, go away. There we go. This should be the last step. Now this is fun. We already beat the bad guy here. I'm going to have to do this, unfortunately. Now the music goes from whatever that was to whatever this is. Oh, the mooses. Okay, switch to boots. All right. I already got the magic ring that was to that immediate right. Now, normally this, I mean, I'll say this: I've played a lot of the old school role-playing games, even back in this day, even with the likes of Phantasy Star and such like that. A lot of times they will get to the point where you just want to throw down the controller and say, you know, enough. I'm getting there. I'm really getting there. Because I can't build up anymore. This is it. Can't get any stronger. Can't get any more life out of this. Hit the old limit, if you will. You can earn money. That's great. I should have bought more magic rings when I had the chance. But no, I forgot about the city being destroyed. Because, well, you know. There's one there. And for the block. But this is not the most difficult one I've ever played. Pretty damn close. But it's not it. Let's try this again. Take two. Yep. Good job. Oops, that was a mistake. Alright. I will now have to load to where I last saved. I shall be nameless. Since you guys never really saw this part. For this particular video is no longer on Twitch. There I go. Brand new. Great. Let's try this again. This time we'll go down this way. F it. Good fun times. I'll just give a heads up also tomorrow, not tomorrow, tomorrow's Friday. Saturday will be an arcade versus console. The game will be Joust. Remember that game? It's a game where you're flying on an ostrich. Flying on an ostrich, where knights are flying on buzzards. I mean, if that doesn't sound realistic enough. There's also a pterodactyl. It might be unbeatable. We'll find out. Let's see how the arcade version stands up against, rather, the console versions stands up against the arcade version. Some are better than others. Some, well, get the idea. That'll be tomorrow at 12 Eastern. Rather, Saturday at 12 Eastern. Tomorrow at 12 Eastern, I'll be behind my desk. Alright. Go away. Yeah, that turns you into stone. Virtually from any Gorgon, for that matter. Okay, those things paralyze you. I think I have the shield that prevents that on. Because as I was playing yesterday to build up, I noticed that I could not get paralyzed. Oh, I still got crap kicked out of me. Not paralyzed. Oh, lucky there. Get out of here. Get out. Come on. No. No. Fine. Whatever. But it will knock me off. I have no idea where you are. There you are. Well, like I said, it didn't paralyze me. It did, however, knock me off the platform. Put 3 of them in that one small spot. Of course. This is SNK after all. Why are you in the... Why are you damn... Come here. Is there anything I... Yep, saw that coming. Not frustrating at all. Not in the slightest. No. Really? See, I didn't think those things really knocked you around. I guess because you're on the square is what's doing it. I don't know. Now that'll let me do. I wish it would let me save here, there's nothing going on. Just to show. Yep. Can't win. Alright. Had I actually properly continued like I should have, that would have happened. But no, I'm a big true gamer, and so therefore I like to do it the hard way. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Right back. Jesus. Okay, I don't care where he went, it doesn't matter. I like it better when you just had swords. guess the invisible guys are back. Worse. Now, this is my favorite, where it goes ding like that. Which means I have to switch weaponry. This, chances are, will work. The bracelet gives you an extra boost to your force. In this case, it'll also consume your magic, which I don't have a lot to spare. Yeah. So how many shots does this take? 4. It's a lot of shots. I don't mind if it's just them. Okay. Right out of Castlevania, it looks like. Big ass coin. They're quite ruthless. I'm just gonna have to resort to, like, just pushing him around, I guess. I believe that's a baddie. We'll find out. Yep. Last thing I need is 2 of those. Or they actually shoot diagonally. Excellent. It's good to know. Oh, gem. All right. Okay. Let's think, let's think, let's think. You ready? If it's what I think it is. May or may not be. It is. I'm Carmine. Okay. That's what the old stage does. Problem is... And I didn't record the other one. Oh, there you go. Oh, hello, BBC Kaban. Hi, how you doing? Didn't see you. I'm just seeing my character just get the crap beat out of him. No, familiar with this game? It's Crystalis, an old school RPG, action RPG from SNK that doesn't like players. And back to where I was. So, I appreciate you dropping in. Stay a while. Let's see how bad I do here. Alrighty, so let's go back to barrier. Ditch the boots right now. We'll have this handy. Alright. So here we go. Alright. A little bit better than the last time. 2 whole magic points. Awesome. Sorry, I was eating all good. Don't ever apologize. There are no apologies on this channel. The only one who usually apologizes is me when I get, in positions like this. Alright. 96, that's not great. Oh yes, absolutely. I played this game... Let me turn that, because that's annoying. This is the 30-year-old game. It actually came out in 1990, so it's, what, 32 years old now. I remember when it first came out. And back in where we are, you could rent games from your video stores. And we rented once. We thought this was fantastic, so we went out and bought it. When I say we, I say my brother and I. And we literally went out and played the hell out of this game. And we did something so remarkably stupid in this game that we actually wound up... we found an Easter egg in the game. Something that's hidden for the developers, but they kept this one in. And we actually warped out of the final boss battle after we changed its form, and we couldn't get back in to continue the fight because we lost, we used up all of our stuff. No more things to restore HP, MP, whatever. And we had to actually reset the game and start all over from scratch at the very, very end. So, I figured this is worthwhile. This is kind of a classic game that didn't really get a whole lot of attention because role-playing games in 1990 weren't really a thing in North America, where I'm from. So they kind of got ignored. It's hard to sell these games too. It is. This is very much an interesting dungeon crawler. Interesting if you mean torturous. Yes, absolutely. So this is Carmine, who's going to be showing up there in the center in a second, and he's going to proceed to try to turn me into something like a creature and then kick the crap out of me. And he may succeed. Fortunately, I do have a weapon that will hurt him. Not all swords will do that. I'm Carmine, Dragonia's finest. You must be tired, so rest forever in darkness. Ha! They didn't mince words. Probably because there was a text limitation. It did. Zelda, however, had the advantage of practically being first. Got a lot of attention. Nintendo did a good job of marketing it on television. You can YouTube to see some of the earliest of Zelda commercials. But try to think back before Zelda, there really wasn't much. Perhaps, for us old kids, Adventure for the Atari 2600, but that is also a first. There wasn't really anything else like there at the time. So Zelda gets away with it because it was the first of its kind. And as far as an RPG game, yeah, it kind of was RPG because you did build up hearts. As you defeat a dungeon, you got pieces of the Triforce. You can also gain a heart, or quarters of a heart, so you can continue getting your life. But this here, you also build experience, which is now common in RPGs, as well as, of course, you need to earn money so you can buy crap and go from town to town. Okay, that's kind of your basic mixed salad of RPG stuff. But before this, there wasn't too many other examples. But like I said, this is kind of an underappreciated game, because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out there who have not heard of this game. And even when the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis came out, with their Phantasy Star series on the Genesis, and the Super Nintendo, of course, had the Final Fantasy pair of games, they were hard to sell, and they were expensive too. These were a common price of games back in those days were about $30, and here comes out. Here's Chrono Trigger for $60. Why would I want to buy a $60 game when all the rest of them are whatever? And you try to tell them, well, this game you do this. You go around from town to town. You beat bad guys. It's kind of hard to explain. We actually even put up a television on the counter put the game in the Super Nintendo, and we tried to show it off, and it had a beautiful title screen, enormous title screen. But when you try to play it in front of people, it starts off so slow. It wasn't a thing yet. Of course, 1997 rolled around. September 9th was the release of Final Fantasy VII. And Sony, who was the marketer here in North America, they did everything. They put it out on newspapers, magazines, film trailers, television ads, everything. Alright, so let's see what Carmine does to me. He tries to make me a rabbit. Well, he succeeded. I believe I did. No, I didn't, did I? I could have sworn I had the Opal statue. Well, I'll be swearing up and down now, so just give me a second. Good start. Shall I hydrate? My voice is really getting rough now. Excuse me. Just think, BBC, I'll be 50 next month. Getting old. Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? Okay, fortunately, we're right back where we were. Okay, stupid. Let's see what I can do now. Let's get rid of that. Actually, turn on that. Turn on barrier. Here we go. I can't waste too much magic. Ah, I did it even better. Okay. Here we go. Okay. You can buy Fruit of Power. You can't buy this. You have to find these. Like I said, there was a town that you could buy this in, but damn it, it got destroyed. You go into the store, there's nobody there. Well, it's not like you ransacked the place or anything. Oh well. Guess that gives me 96. I'm Carmine, you suck. Yes. Ah. Okay, I don't know how the hell that didn't hit me. Yeah, they don't go away. They have to hit something. Okay. Did I not have that on? No, and I know how I turned it off. Okay. That's my dog in the background barking. Okay, I remember why that thing's no longer on. Because some dummy ate some magic fruit. And then I hit the wrong button. Okay. Okay. I actually got an extra point out of that. I'm not going to argue. Duh. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Get it. Oh, goody. Do I have at least a fruit of repun? Yes. And back on the opal statue. And there you go. I have the ivory statue. Oh, there better be a frickin' X out of this thing. Get rid of you. Yeah, I didn't use that, did I? Alright. And the storm bracelet. Okay. And that replaces the ball. Now when I turn that on, I can get an extra boost. But it also kills my magic at the same time. There's nowhere to go. There is no exit. Yes, it is true, Dust. It is true. So we'll have to teleport. My magic power's too low. Oh, F you. Alright. Fine. That's why I always keep one of these. We're gonna go cheap. I didn't use my magic ring. That's pretty good. I can always buy the fruit of power. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and dummy, save. Alright. Watch this. Doesn't like the lightning. Now it's gonna come right after me. See if I can get a bunch of them to hate me. Because in this game, as soon as they go off screen, they will reappear. I think that's not the case here, because they're still there. And this sword does nothing to them. But then again, they can't do much to me either. They bounce me around, so... What about you? Hey, red creatures like that fella there. They will poison you, even if they bounce off you. They can still poison you, which is fun. Which means I will have to either use an antidote, which I don't have, or a recover spell, which I do have. That costs magic. I'm playing this on PC. This is a NES emulator. Just makes it easy. I used to have a computer that actually had audio-video inputs, where I could actually hook up the device, but that computer has since died, so I don't get to use that one much anymore. Okay. Oh, that's right, it doesn't like that. Let's replenish. Alright, I think we filled this up. Yeah, we filled that up pretty good. Alright, so here's what we got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Fruit of Power. 1 whole magic ring. That does the same thing that this does, except the entire magic points instead of just a quarter of them. And then there's the Dreaded Opal statue, which keeps me alive if I die. Excellent. Oh, you know what's stupid? Yeah, that's gonna bite me in the ass. I just realized I should have bought only 5 and yet get a warp boot. That time will still come. I feel like it was all a nightmare. And notice that the evil soldiers we saw the last stream, they're not there anymore. So we're a town of what, 1? Bet you the prices are lower now too. Nope, they still suck. So there's some warp boots for $800, or I can get one for far cheaper somewhere else, which I will. The Emperor is the worst. I won't forgive him. I won't forgive those who defend him. Okay. Nice talking to you. When I met the Grand Poobah Carmine, I felt scared, but one look in his eyes made everything okay. I don't care what happens to Draconia as long as I can work. I'm busy. Okay. Yeah, you look busy, dude. All one of your patrons. All right. Good talk to you. Yep. Tremendous weight. Lifted. Oh my goodness. 9 a.m. Well, I tell you what, it's 7:45 p.m. here, so... Well, good day to you. Thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you around, okay? Appreciate it. Thank you. Don't look down on the Emperor's power. I wonder, are these still working? Yep. So, you know, screw it. All right. Alrighty. I wonder if soldiers are still outside. That's the kicker here. Yes. So why are you guys still here? The Emperor's gone. Well, no, the Emperor's not gone. Carmine's gone. Oh dear. Okay. Nope. Not quite yet. Dragooning will soon be destroyed. That is my intent. After the people of Dragooning are gone, the atmosphere of the people is released. Okay. Oh yes, I forgot about these people. Carefree. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. It's, you haven't guessed, I'm fairly new to this, streaming, but I've only been streaming since November or so. I just play the old stuff, so... I'll be fair, though, the last system I did purchase was the PlayStation 3. That goes a while back, too. I let my kids now take over. My daughter's got the PlayStation 4, my son's got the Switch. And they can play all the old games, too, that I have. Because I still have all the systems, so... Thank you for joining in, I appreciate it. Okay, you seem busy, too. Look at this. You have a full no house. Interesting. So ever since the soldiers went away, you guys have nothing. Yeah, let's see what you got. Soldier suit, ceramic suit. Do I not have a ceramic suit? I got certainly the money for it. One thing at a time. Only would get another town to sell the stupid ring. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, that's right. I don't believe there are seafaring creatures here, but they will be there, so there they are. And I'm glad I don't have to turn on the ball of thunder just to get the second force going. I will admit that is a little irritating compared to the other three. Now, I have to admit now, where to go to next. Done everything so far. Well, let's find out. Yes, okay. I forgot about that. There we go. Okay. Back to Chiron. No, nobody's in town. But since we released... Nope, still empty. Swell. And I was just here. Okay. Yeah, so I've been here. Or not? Okay. So there's the old question is, now what? You'll have to pardon my silence here, folks. I'm actually not sure what to do now. Oh wow, you hear me. Well, you know, screw you. Okay. Sharon is still missing people. Well, they're not missing people. Well, they're missing, yes, they're dead. All of them. They all died. Dead, dead, dead. Okay. Ah, I am Messia. This message is for you, Pack. Our mission is only beginning. Our time is so short. I will go to Draconia now. Please catch up with me. Alright. Very good. I feel much better now. Oh, good, clear, clean mess. All right. It is kind of refreshing to have a sword that actually knocks out just about everything now. Before, when I was doing this cavern for the first time, I'd actually have to switch swords, because some creatures were affected by the water sword, some were only by the fire sword, or some by the wind sword. The lightning sword seems to be close to a catch-all. So that's kind of a salvation on this one. I do love its quite wide range, where I don't necessarily even have to face the right direction. or right at them, I should say, because it fans out so much. Even in Force 1, it will fan out pretty good here. Well, you know what? Damn it, I earned it. Okay, that's where I got my stupid flower. There's that. Yep. Alrighty. This is one of those times where you mission accomplished, you got it, and now you're at the point where, okay, now what? Here I am. I'm officially at now what? Oh, that's right. I gotta do this. Fashion is more important. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's literally... Oh, now you get in my way. Okay, stop yelling at me. Jeez. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice. You have no idea what to do. No, I don't. It's been forever since I've played this silly thing. My brother did that. He whipped out Chrono Trigger on his 25th anniversary. Got out his old NES, Super NES rather, and I just started playing the heck out of it. Yep, I know I'm a gas mask. I know I don't go there. That's a one-trick pony area. Tell you what. It's almost at the halfway mark of this particular stream, because I typically do 2-hour streams. So I will go ahead and do that. I will go ahead and switch it out to the machine. And I'm going to go ahead and hit pause. Just a moment. Gonna hydrate. And I may have to actually, I don't know, cheat. We'll see. Back in a flash. Be right back. I found out what to do. Alright, so. I shouldn't have teleported. I should have found Kensu. That's a problem. Oopsie. Alright, so let's go ahead and correct that mistake then. Yeah, they can't really hurt me too much. Alright, so... let's go and teleport. No. Oh, that's right, I had to go change. Yeah, I got money, whatever. Alright. Yeah, I forgot to do one thing. There's some Kenzu up there that's been turned into a blob. I will learn. Nah. Kenzu is turned into a blob on the Carmine screen. I really didn't want to go through all that again. So here I am now going through all the other crap, just so I can go through all that again. This is what I would often call a unique strategy for success. And here I am employing it, so... haha! I'll learn. Just not today. Nope, I'll step there, actually. Alrighty, so... that's what I shall do. Should be enough. He's gonna come right at me. Come on, little blocky. Thank you. Not that it matters. Alrighty. Uncharacteristically, this has actually become easier. Yeah, this is boss number 2. And now annoying town boss number 3. You know what? Like I said earlier, I would take a room full of these compared to like Medusas and such. Now I just gotta find Kensu. Kensu, where are you? Okay, we're down there before. Come on. All right. Are you up here? You are up here. Kensu, I found you! You look so damn stupid. Hey, it's me. I was, yeah, you know, you were stupid. You know what? I'm glad we agree. It's the affirmation is the first thing. It's the first thing of bonding. Yeah, I found your stupid statue. I gave him the statue. What a relief! Here, I will cure your wounds. Now you tell me. The Emperor and Messiah leapt for the pyramid. Messiah has the power to call the tower, but don't give it to Dragon. I'll teach you flight to aid you. Now take this shortcut through the back. And lo and behold, he did. I am healed. And I still have all my crap. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, I still have one of these. Woohoo! Flight. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, and that's why this is some shortcut. Yes. I'm thinking, oh my god, I gotta use my magic to fly through that, or I can just put on my leather boots. Yeah. Doesn't do anything. Why use magic when you have other things to do first? Alright. But I now would have to use flight to get across this, because there's no way to cross the bridge. There's no bridge to make. Magic. It's magic! Alright. What's down here? Ah. A or B? Oh, that's right. That'll take me to battle. This will take me out. He doesn't look too happy. He may not even like me. Go away. Does not aggressively pursue. But guess what color he is? I don't want to know. They're all rabbits. Oh, they talk. A long time ago, I was one of Stom's favorites. I wish he would come back soon. Let's play. Let's play. Actually, Lollip would love this board. Alrighty. This is the desert town of Sahara. How about that? No kidding. The weather here is pretty nasty, but it keeps Dragonia away. Do you know someone called Stom? I assume he's in training right now. Okay. I heard a rumor that Dragonia is about to be destroyed. Yeah. That's a pretty good rumor, actually. A strange couple came here a while back. One was a man with a cape, the other was a girl. When you go through a cave in the east, a great pyramid is there. Oh, you're the legendary soldier. I shall tell you what I know. A tower with tremendous power is near, one that can destroy the world. It is said one true warrior has the power to stop the tower. That one is Pack. Really? Must be some other fable. And the one who will lead you is called Messia, that I know. It's sad, the Emperor Dragon still hasn't given up his desire to conquer the world. You have a fireplace I can go through? No. See how much it is here. 500. Wow. Not even that nice. I see a ring. Alright, so there's an antidote of 1,000. Jesus. 4,000 for a magic ring. Okay, at this rate I could buy 6. Have, like, no money left over. Fruit of Repun, which is worth 3,000. $1,500 for a warp boot. Really? That's good to know. That's very, very good to know. Oh, Jesus. Let me through! People. Now, like the old saying goes, I used to be a people person. And I met people. Oh, look, a cave. More scorpions. I'm kind of hoping that's all there is here. After that last blast with Carmine, it would be a nice vacation. I might get my wish. They're worth a pretty good amount of money, though, I'll tell you that. Oh, you guys. Just checking out the area. Nothing to worry about. Oh, jeez. Haven't lost my mind yet. Oh, and you shoot shit, too. That's great. That's awesome. Hey, this was a mistake. I can't warp out of here either. Oh. Oh, what the hell? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Okay, so I took all that damage. Got the crap kicked out of me just now. And I find a space down there at the very bottom where I can't get hurt. Okay, great. Can't teleport. So I said, you know what? Let's get it over with. I find a second spot where I can't get hurt. It's useless thing not hitting him. There. No worries, because all I have to do is hit continue. A little bit better. It's nice when someone who's as nutso as I am still surprised to this day. It really is. I'm surprised they all didn't just fire at me just now. Oh, of course. Well, so much for just nothing but scorpions. It's quite a labyrinth. kidding. Oh, that's even better. So by doing this, this pretty much tells me that this is a never-ending... Add insult to injury. And of course you ding. Why wouldn't you ding? Well, you know what? Honestly, most of these go up. Yeah, this is one big gigantic circle, practically. Or at least that's what it seems. So essentially he's knowing which of these to go up. Or do I continue just going up the middle? That's a good question. It just continues on and on. Interesting. The one thing, I've mentioned this before, the one thing this game does not have, unfortunately, is an overall map, which I didn't find it annoying then, because they really kind of didn't exist then. You know, you play other games, like even The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Star Tropics, well, it did have a map, but not a map where you could just easily pick out where you are, like you would in a modern Castlevania game. Could have used one here. Okay. I sense battle. So let's see where we are. There is. I now can buy them. Yeah, small flaw. I should have actually refreshed a little bit. Okay, let's rethink this, shall we? And we're going to do this all the way. This last one should do it. Actually, no, since I'm on my leather boots. Yes, okay. Should have refreshed. And that was quick. Okay. I think we've got the strategy out now. Okay. As long as I don't reset the game. Alright. Seems rather cumbersome to do this, but so be it. Here comes strategy. Okay, thank you. Close. All right. Goodness. Well, we still got about 20 minutes. Let's test the theory of insanity, shall we? Folks. Close. Close, close, close. Alrighty. Change of plans. Been here. And buy magic rings. I have over $25,000. That's all I can eat. Now, in the previous town that was destroyed, they were only worth $800. Here, they're 5 times that much. What you gotta do, what you gotta do. Right, so what do I got here? What you gotta do. And my $65 pair of work boots, as opposed to whatever it was over there. Matter of fact, let's go over here. Pardon me for just one moment, please. I am quite parched. Okay. Okie doke. So, I've lost a bit of money. That's why I built up some. So I still have 2 fruits of power, plus 4 magic rings. Now the catch is I have to get there. I can't go underneath you, huh? Right. Well, the good news is I'll get a lot of my money back. Oh, they were 200 each. Nope. Wrong magic. That one. Okay. What does work against you, just out of curiosity? No, of course not. Okay. Why make it easy? Why indeed? Okay. Labyrinth from Hell. Dumbass. Carrying too many items. Let's get rid of the one that I need the least. Actually, no. Oh, look at this. I have 5 magic rings. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. You just keep going there, Skip. Ah, like better the other way. I wonder. That's what I thought. Okay. That came from there. What about here? Is that what one thing is? Yep. This took you to that room, right? Where I just got the magic ring. Wouldn't that be neat? Because there are no baddies in here. If I could actually save? Ooh, let's find out. Oh. I'm probably going to wrap it up here soon anyway. It's a little bit left to go. So one of these strange rooms take me back to the Cape to Marvel. So I have to admit, I got there out of luck. Yeah. Interesting. No Cyclops. Now there. Okay. Okey-doke. Well. Yep, that's what I think. All right. poison, and they turn you into stone. Let's do this. Now I'm at the inverse. Okay. Persistent fell in. I'm at the beginning, of course. And there we are. Yeah. Tell you what we're gonna do. We will save it here. I think we're going to leave it right there. I know it's not safe. I'm just going to leave it at that. Look at that. Life, 173. Defense, 40 out of 32. So I have bigger defense than I should. Alright. I can live with that for right now. Alrighty, so we did defeat Carmine. At least we got that going for us, right? And how about that? We got the final bracelet. I'm now heading towards the tower, literally. I can only defeat the Caped Wonder there, and rescue Messia. Got a lot to do next time, but we will continue that on next week. Once again, going on Saturday, we will be doing arcade versus console. Wrong song. Let's try this again. There we go. Arcade versus console. The game is Joust, the arcade classic from Williams Electronics. I love the game. My best friend and I used to play it all the time. We didn't exactly play cooperatively, just like in Mario Brothers that I showed not too long ago. So look out for that. That will be Saturday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, here on Super Pack Jr. And I hope you had a lot of fun watching. Got to see me play the game just a little differently, perhaps. Did finally beat Carmine, though. Like I said, he is a bitch. Alrighty, so we will go ahead and sign off right about now. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please give me a follow. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. It's YouTube at Super Pack Jr. Those are all my past videos that have since dropped off from Twitch. You can catch some of the gameplay I did from various games there too. I had some Utopia, and got to see some games like Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Dig Dug. You got to see some of my test games as well when I was kind of getting a feel for around on Twitch. That includes Dragon's Lair. You might find that there too, and Theris Quest. Some of the Laserdisc games that were out there at the time. What else? Oh, I have a original YouTube channel. That would be the Match Game Tribute channel. If you ever saw a Match Game in the United States back in the 70s and 80s, that game was just a bit on the lunacy side. It was absolutely wonderful. Check that out. And I have an Instagram page. You can see all the junk that I've collected over the years. I do add pictures every so often, so keep a lookout for that, huh? I am Super Pack Jr. Thank you for watching. Again, give me a follow if you would like. I greatly would appreciate it. Super Pack Jr. signing out. Good night.